It's obvious to thousands of people that this defective RV is totaled and should be bought back by the factory. But is that actually what is happening? Find out next. Welcome to the channel. I'm Liz. I make videos about defective RVs in order to pressure the RV industry to take care of their customers. So far that has been working thanks to you for making this channel the force that it is. Recently, I did a video about Greg and Amy and their $200,000 Super C made by Thor. It had such a leak in it, it was the worst I'd ever seen. In fact, when I first saw it, I thought, well, this RV is totaled. Over 65,000 people watched that video and over 1,000 people commented to say the same thing. Today, Greg and Amy are back with an update and I'll have Thor's response, which may or may not surprise you later in the video.
Thor had our RV about 2 months, right at 2 months, where they then contacted us and said that they have fixed everything.
We saw the results of the leak flooding the whole dashboard. No matter what they do will change the fact that this RV has been flooded.
They offered us compensation of $15,000, but then we have to sign paperwork that gives us a very limited warranty. They also have put into the agreement we're not allowed to use this for business, which it was a condition when we purchased it. We've cleared it with our lawyers, our accountants, our insurance company that yes, we can use this for both personal and business.
We bought this RV thinking that it'd be great to use at work. We work at a lot of locations where there's no power, restroom facilities. So this is perfect for a small crew to use. And we have taken our old camper to a lot of tailgating events, different games with the Navy football. And we weren't able to do that with this rig because it's at the factory. We've owned this RV for 8 months.
It has been in the shop for 5 of those months.
I've purchased 2 RVs brand new and both times I had to replace the mattress. In fact, the first time I cratered that mattress in 3.5 weeks. So if you're shopping for a new RV, you're likely going to need to replace that mattress too. And of course, if you're shopping for used, you'll definitely want a new mattress. I've been sleeping on an RV mattress by Brooklyn Bedding for nearly 3 years now, and I love it. In fact, since I've been sleeping on the Aurora Luxe, I now wake up pain-free. They have a wide variety of mattresses and they come in RV sizes like king short and queen short. There's a 120-night sleep trial and free shipping right to your door. The mattresses can be kind of heavy, so you might need some help getting it in the door, but it's fun to watch it puff up. If you're interested in an RV mattress by Brooklyn Bedding, don't pay full price. I can get you 30% off your entire order. Just go to rvmattress.com/LizAmazing, put in the coupon code LizAmazing, and you'll save 30%.
Due to the manufacturer's defect, now we have a flooded vehicle that most of the systems have failed, and they are telling us that they're fixed. I don't believe that they've been fixed because they have told us that in the past that things have been fixed and they weren't telling us the truth.
If we end up getting their settlement and signing this waiver, they may not fix the items that show up that were caused by this initial leak. All they are saying is they have to fix the leak in the exact location.
We think that the leak came from a window on the front of the camper. There might be multiple leaks. It might have just been the one leak, but we've had a lot of wood warping and cabinet doors not closing throughout the vehicle. The roof has also started to buckle and separate the roof membrane on top. And it wasn't like that before the leak. And it sounds like they're not going to fix that. I'm not sure how long this had leaked, and I'm not sure the extent of the damage. Haven't been provided any photos or told what they did to fix things. They just said, oh, this is fixed and that's fixed, but haven't been provided any details of what they did to fix anything.
They removed walls from the interior of the middle of the RV, and we were told from Byerly that they did that to replace wood rot.
And buckled wood that had been warped.
Byerly, the service person, said, oh, something didn't get caulked or sealed properly at the factory.
All they did is smeared on some clear silicone caulk, and I don't think that's been fixed according to what I've seen on the repairs that they've done.
Our slide has been not working since day one, and they've attempted repairs 2 times on it.
and they want to give it back to us saying that it's fixed. But there's so many hidden things, wood rot, all these electronics. We don't know the extent of the damage. I really don't think everything's fixed. I don't think it's possible to fix the flooded vehicle.
They did put in an email that those electronics were waterproof.
We know that there's corrosion in these electrical components because the Ford dealer told us that. The service rep told us that there were signs of water infiltration and corrosion starting. And that led to all these failures that are going on. And he assured us that none of these items were waterproof.
We've heard from experts that these electrical codes can be cleared off on the 25 that have shown up that one time. But as you're driving it down the road, they're going to pop back up.
The battery was fine the day they picked it up. There was no battery issue when it was at the dealer the day he picked it up to take it to the factory.
My concern is the limited warranty, which they are not disclosing to us what they will fix in the future and what is covered. We also purchased the extended warranty from the dealership. And it sounds like this limited warranty will void out that warranty.
Ford also told us that since they saw signs of water infiltration and corrosion, that might void Ford's factory warranty on the truck components. Ford knows that this truck's been flooded. They have our VIN. I'm afraid that this warranty will be voided because of that.
The leak was already supposedly fixed once, and then a Thor representative came to view the RV, and it happened to be raining that day, and there was still water leaking into the RV. So that's the second time it's been leaking. We bought this. We were so excited about this RV and how it met our needs, only to find out it has become a nightmare. We've tried with our insurance company. They can't do anything to help us because we did nothing wrong to cause this leak. Byerly and Thor have both admitted that the roof was not sealed properly, causing this leak. Also, if we take their money offered and sign the waiver, we can do nothing else. We have excluded ourselves completely from getting any sort of legal help. And I've spoken to other people in similar situations who refused to sign the paperwork because then they were told in very fine print when they actually went to sign it that if they posted anything on social media, they could be sued. You know, social media right now is a blessing to us. It's a way for other people to get connected and find out what is going on. There are many, many Facebook groups and other social media sites where similar purchasers of Thor have the exact same issues. Maybe not leaking where ours leaked. I spoke to someone, theirs was leaking from the shower sunroof. Someone had it leaking from the back window. And then to have it replaced, repaired by Thor, and only on their first trip out have the exact same thing happen again. I have filed a complaint with the Indiana Secretary of State. That's the state this RV is manufactured in. Then I've contacted local, state, and federal congressmen, representatives, governors, consumer affairs department, all giving them the story of this. If this was a car, it would be covered under the lemon laws. This RV costs so much more than a typical car. There's so many other components that can go wrong. Thor won't even, when I've called, they won't even let me speak to anybody but my customer representative. When you call a normal corporation and ask to speak to someone higher up, I've never been told no. There's always going to be issues with mold. Greg and my daughter have asthma. We're going to have electrical issues. There's going to be problems with wood and wood rot and also rust and corrosion. This is just going to accumulate over time, all the issues. I am so surprised and disappointed that they think it's okay to treat customers like this. They just want us to get tired and give up and just accept what they're saying. It just doesn't feel like Thor cares about its customers. They've made the sale. They can kind of wash their hands of us and or repair at a minimum just to be done with us and move on to another sale.
I have zero confidence in the safety and reliability of this. This vehicle is not repairable. We paid almost $200,000 for this due to the manufacturer's defect. Now we own a flooded vehicle, and they're just trying to give us a $15,000 settlement. But there's no way that that would cover any of our issues, expenses that we've had, much less the price of the RV. It's insulting that they think that that's just going to work with us. We're still making payments on it, and it's just sitting in the shop. They expect us to just take this money, which we're not willing to do.
We're not planning to accept Thor's offer and or sign any paperwork.
We don't want it back. We don't think it's safe to operate, and it's for sure going to have continuous problems from here out. This vehicle needs to be bought back by Thor.
I emailed the top executive team at Thor, and again, they came back with no. They will not give Amy and Greg a buyback. What am I missing here? Why is it so obvious to you, my viewers, and to Greg and Amy that there's no fixing these problems? This RV was not right when it left the factory, and Thor admits that. I don't believe there's any way to fix it to make it in new condition. It's not Greg and Amy's fault that their RV left the factory defective. Now I believe the only way that they can get a buyback is through your help. Please like, subscribe, and share this video to increase the pressure on Thor to do the right thing. If this was your RV, would you take it back? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.